Hi YouTube family, it's Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. I am so glad to have you joining me today. I am bringing you a thrift haul. Usually I get to take you along thrifting with me, but not every time I go thrifting can I get my camera out and take you along with me, though I do enjoy you coming along and staying for my thrift hauls at the end. So this haul is throughout the month of me. When I don't take you along, I have a little problem with thrifting. I do stop at my local Goodwill every day, and there's a couple odds and ends thrift stores that when I'm near them, my car just kind of drives right into their parking lot, and the next thing you know, I'm walking into the store. So I'm going to share, this is kind of a sneak peek, a preview of some of the items that I will be making over at the end of the month for my thrift haul makeover. Of course, some of the items won't even need to be makeover, so of course I think you'd want to see them. So I always feel blessed. I think that the items are down and the shelves are not as full, but somehow I walk away with one or two items, and then when you gather them all up and you're like, oh, I have quite a haul to show you. So usually I do try to break it up into 2 different videos, but it just has gotten away from me this month, so I'm going to do one large video. So I hope that you are ready to watch some of the items that I'm going to be repurposing. I will share with you what my thoughts are, which doesn't mean it's always going to be what it's going to be when I'm actually doing them. And then just some items that I'm going to be cleaning up and reselling. So since you can see this mercury glass right in front of me, I don't usually pick up this mercury glass. These were $3.09 a piece. They are, of course, it's new reproduction. They caught my eye. So these were $3.09 a piece from Goodwill. And the reason that, there's lots of breakables here today. So the reason that I picked it up is because I had picked up for $4.09 this really large acorn. I know it's probably supposed to be an ornament, but I can't even imagine this being an ornament. It is heavy glass. And when I separate stuff in my booth, I like to separate it in likeness. So I ran across this acorn first, and then at another time I ran across these candlesticks. So I just think it's nice to have groupings of stuff when you're setting up a booth, put all your brass together, put all your copper together. And this is the only piece of mercury glass reproduction that I've ever picked up. So I was happy and blessed that I ran across these candlesticks to group them together. So next in the lineup of breakables, I ran across these very heavy containers. They actually lock really tight. It's an aluminum top. I'm not really sure. They kind of have a waviness, so I don't really know how old they are. They were a set of 2. Like, you can hear that suction, how they seal very well. And the set was $4.09 for the set. So what I'll do with these is I'll clean them up and I'll put some type of a farmhouse storage stencil on it, usually in vinyl. But I absolutely love jars like this. They don't sell super fast, but they do always end up selling, and I think it's a nice thing to have in my booth. So while we're going on storage containers, I picked up this big jar with the metal lid for $1 at my Habitat, my local Habitat. I pop in. Usually the furniture is too high a price, but they do have some odds and ends, and I like to look at it. And I have sold ones when I've put decals on these before, and of course I will paint up that lid for $1. That'll be a nice profit. I think I sold the last one for $12, so not bad. And then for $4.09, I ran across this vase, though it is new, it's nothing special, just a nice size vase. It's got that green blue tint of it for $4.09. I just thought it would be nice to have a pop of greenery in it. And then I could not believe that this one was only $2.09. I know you're picking up the reflection on my light. I'm sorry about that, but I loved it because it had the old glass lid, though the lid, I'm not even going to try to get it out right now, is not the right color, but I don't care. I just still think it's a neat find, especially for $2.09. Usually I know if you watched one of my thrift with me's, the Salvation Army had one for like $12.99. So I thought that was a nice find. And then at my closer to me Salvation Army for $6.99, I ran across this huge, I'm sure it's like a water basin pitcher, but usually I would just do white, but I really loved the little green delicate flowers of it. I just absolutely loved the size of it. For $3.09, I ran across this. I know this is new. I'm super excited. People love birds. I can definitely see painting this up. We'll see if it stays black or if I distress in white. I think the white will actually detail it better. Just some cute little nest. Somebody had burned candles in it. It's probably what it was supposed to be for. I would just use it as a decor piece, but birds so far, from lots of viewer suggestion, sell really well, and they are right. Yes, they do. There's lots of bird lovers out there. And then for 99 cents, does anybody know what these are called? I sell these all the time. All I do is straighten up them, clean them up, and this one was 99 cents at the Salvation Army, my local one. I have two different that I go to, and one's way higher price than the other one, which is still 15 miles away. But anyway, yes, I don't really know what these are called. I'm sure there's a proper name to them, but I don't know. And then I ran across another one at my Goodwill for $3.09, and this one is brass. So I've never seen a brass one. Now, they sell really well for me. I put them in and they're gone. And I usually get $9 to $10 for them. So just because I'm cleaning it up, I think that's a reasonable price. If I price things too high, then I'd have to go in and dust them, and I don't want to have to do that. So for $3.09, I ran across these old Quarteen candles. I just absolutely love them. You know, the Quarteen candles, you'd put the candle on, and then how long, if the parents liked you or not, is how much they would raise the candle up, and then when it burnt to that point, then the boy had to leave. So I just love the history of these. I've seen them all iron. I've never seen them wood. I'll probably just clean it up. I don't think it's something, I don't know really how old these are, so I rather just clean them up. If anybody knows if they're old-ish, I'd appreciate it. I'm sure if I was an antique person, I would know, but I'll just clean them up. And for $6.09, I don't know if you can see this heavy brass-like. It's brass-like. I say brass-like because it's from World Market. It has a sticker on the back, but it is super heavy. I love that it has that little velvet stopper so it does not fall over. I love the little handle on it. I think it is super sweet. $6.09 seemed like a high price, but I don't have to do a lot with it to resell it. So other than clean it up and put a new battery in it. I tried to move you a little bit closer. I can never guesstimate how close I need the camera. So for $3.99, it was a white pitcher, and if you follow me on my channel, you know I won't usually pass one up. This is an IKEA. I got it at the Salvation Army just outside of town. I thought it was a great find with my Farmhouse Decor. White pitchers, even if they don't sell fast, they just look good with the china hutches. So I ran across one of these vintage sifters for $4.09. It's got the little red knobby on it. I love the patina. I love the age of this metal. So all I'll do is clean this up. And these do sell. And for $2.99, I know it was a brown crock bowl, $2.99. And this one was also Salvation Army. So of course I'm gonna have to start selling some of these because I have a hard time. What am I gonna do with all of them? I just absolutely love them, and if they're priced, I just grab them up. So for $3.09, I did pick up these bottles. They are all glued together. I know, I'm sorry, their light is, I will change out this cord. They are dirty, they're yucky. I love the wire on them, so I'll see what I can do to change out this, probably some jute. And I might just sell them as is, or maybe put a little stem of something for the spring in it. but I absolutely thought that for $3.09 was a great find. $4.09 I ran across, I'm sure this was a cover plate to something. It is old, it is heavy. Once I looked at the back, I was in love. I love rust, I love metal, I love stars. I'm not sure what this probably covered in somebody's house, but I absolutely love this. To me, reminds me of an architectural piece. So I had to grab it, whether I keep it for myself or resell. You can't keep everything for yourself, Yvonne. You have to remember that. Oh. Do you all tell yourselves that too when you're out thrifting? $2.99, I did run across this candlestick. I will take the candles out. I'll redonate those and paint this up. These type of 3-tiered candelabras type things sell really well when they are painted up. So for $1.49, I ran, oh look at it, it's a little bitty crock. I just absolutely loved it. It was $1.49. Oh, actually it was 75% off at $1.49 because they considered this Christmas. It was in with the Christmas stuff. To me, that's roses, so I'm fine with it. So it was a candle. I'll take the candle out. I love it just as a crock. I love that it had a lid. And you know me, I will be keeping this probably for myself if I can find a place for it, maybe. For $2.09, I came across this Pottery Honey Pot. Oh, I just absolutely love it. It had the cork. It has the little wooden, oh my gosh. I think it's absolutely, they even cut a chunk out so that it fit. And I definitely, if I had a place to set this and this was my look, I would keep it for myself. But I definitely will be reselling this. And it goes along, I do a lot of Be Kind and Bee themes items, so that definitely fits into part of, you know, part of Farmhouse. I would think would be bee farming. You can't have a farm without bees. And then and then 2 different times, 2 different places. Actually, I just thrifted this for $3.09, and it's a Cracker Barrel, but I don't care. It is a little bee catcher. I just absolutely love it. Love that it had the wire. I do sell bee catchers when I run across them, people that know what they are. So you put the sugary substance in the bottom, and then the bees fly in thinking that they can get out, and they can't. So that's why it's a bee catcher. So for $6.09, I'll try to show you this mirror here. It's a Hobby Lobby piece, decorative piece. So I absolutely love it. I know that I can spray paint it up. I think just the simple white, I'm trying to not show my ring light. The simple white color with the black distressing will just be beautiful on this piece. I think it'll just do more and make it look more aged. Actually, I run across this tealish green aqua, whatever, you know, everybody says, everybody has a different version of what colors are. So when I paint stuff like this up, it does sell for me, even as a reproduction from Hobby Lobby. And talk about the teal for $2.09. Here's this little wooden bird. So like I said, I know people are attracted to this color, but then I always find it at the thrift stores. For $3.99, I ran across some salt shakers, and if you've watched one of my thrift with me's, you know I have plenty of salt shakers, but they were white and they were birds. So yep, for $3.99 for the set, yep, I did, which is funny because I got that whole box for $15, but yet again, they were white, so absolutely loved them. And for $2.09, I could not leave a pig behind. If you're going to do farmhouse decor, you need farmhouse animals. So yep, I will paint him up because he's got more of a primitive type of look. So just keeping him neutral in the black or white, depends on how he turns out at black. I definitely will paint him up. And he's a resin, so. And then for $3.99, this is a metal doorstop. Now I've sold doorstops before and I've never painted them. This is a duck, a chicken, a cat, and a bunny on a stool. So I'll probably just put it in my booth as is, and like I always say, they've always sold without me painting them up, so I probably will just leave it alone, see if somebody buys it. If it sits too long, I can always bring it back home and paint it. But if somebody likes it as is and has these color of animals on their farm, I don't want to paint it up. I know that seems funny from somebody who paints everything, right? So for $2.09, I came across these sunflowers. They actually got little clips, so I guess you can put pictures. I'm just gonna make it simple little black and white decor. That way it will fit into anybody's decor. And so if you put a picture, to me, unless it's black and white, you're so busy looking at the flowers that you're not seeing the color picture. So that's my theory of sometimes non-existent of color, I guess, of black and white shows something off a little bit more. So for $2.09, I said I wasn't going to buy any more copper. Some of it sold, some of it has not, but look at how cute this little bud vase is. Would you have picked this up? And then, it's hard to show them both, and then it had its own little snuffer, but to me, I wouldn't put a candle in there. I would put a flower. So, but either way, I absolutely thought it was a neat find. So a little snuffer. It doesn't even really fit on there, so maybe it went to something, maybe there was more to the set, but I did think it was beautiful. And for $2.09, okay. So for $2.09, it was a vintage red wooden striped melon baller cookie, whichever you want to use it for, but it was red. It was that kitchen vintage red, and I do have a section of that in my booth. It does sell, so I don't pass it up. Kind of like the red handle on this. Yep, that makes it sell because it's red handled. $3.09, I did pick up another sifter. This one's not as old, and I actually will probably paint. I've done that. I've painted these black before because I'm not sure if I can really mock that red as well as the age of it. So even just painting these black, they sell. Just the little knobby. And then for $2.09, of course, I had to pick up a milk can, reproduction, already white. I love that it was plain, so I don't have any design to have to deal with, so that was awesome. So yep, I will take the stickers off, clean it up, and give it a new paint job. And then for $4.09, I don't even know why. It just, the glass on it was so, can you see that? The glass on it was so pretty. I will just clean this up. I absolutely think this is a beautiful piece. Just the detailing of it, that green. It reminds me of that greenhouse that I did not too long ago that everybody wanted me to ship. I'm definitely never shipping glass. Oh my gosh, if it broke on somebody, I would be so sad. I don't ship anyway. Hard enough to keep our booth stocked, but I absolutely thought this was a beautiful, beautiful find. So would it be a Ginger Chick thrift haul if I didn't show a rolling pin? I have a lot of them. A lot of them I've been painting up the handles, and this is one I'll probably paint up the handles. I picked this one up because of the smaller in size. This one was $2.09, and I tape off this area just like Jamie Ray Vintage, and I paint up these handles. I have attempted to do some of them red and then polyacrylic them, age them, and then polyacrylic them so they stay, so they're food safe and they don't wash off. You're not supposed to put a rolling pin in the dishwasher anyway. But you do need to wash it. So some of them I do black, some of them I do the red. But this was a nice smaller size one. And I have smaller ones with red handles, so I'll do black on this one. Then for $2.09, yep, it was another little milk. People like these. I'll put a simple saying, just something simple on them. Home Sweet Home is a nice saying. It is a sticker. As you can see, I can take it off. It's a decal. So I'll just paint this up. It's that new age galvanized, it's a mass produced, so no worries there. I think people just like it. It's nice for these are nice because then you can change out your seasonal flowers. You can put spring, you can put sunflowers, you can put, your hay pieces, your straw, just nice. I'm on to some of my bigger items. So I ran across for $5.09 this very large, I'm going to make it into a riser. I already love that it was a nice wooden tray. $5.09, kind of pricey, but I do have a base already in mind for it. So actually I showed that with one of my thrift with me's because this would need a substantial base for it because it is heavier than you think. Then for $2.09, I picked up, this is nothing special, but I want to make it special. It is just a mass-produced piece, maybe Walmart, I don't know. But I'm having fun making things look like enamelware. So I'll probably give that a try. I can't tell you if I'm going to get all of this done for my Thrift with Me. It's been a very busy month, even though it's January, you think it would have slowed down. So we'll see how much I get done for the Thrift Haul Makeover. And sticking with that teal so for $3.09, I love that it was a flower. I love that it had wire on it. So yep, I didn't pass it up. I know that I can spray paint it. It'll take some angles, and I'll tell you, I'm glad that I have that turntable, that Lazy Susan, to be able to spray pieces on, because this is going to be fun getting into all of those crevices without bending it. It's doable, it'll just take some time. And then for $2.09, I ran across a red metal envelope. I can't wait to make this one over. I will sand it smooth. It is kind of got some fake rusty on it. Whether that comes through, it's perfectly fine. But I definitely will paint this up, even though the red is nice. You know, it's the Ginger Chick black and white that I go for. So, and then I pop some greenery in here, so I'm excited to have this closer to spring. For $1.99, I haven't actually ran across any wooden bowls lately, so I was excited to run across this one. This is a newer, now the last one I did was a crate and barrel, and I had painted the outside of it black, and so this inside is in good condition, and I think I might do that again, paint the outside of this black, just because this is in such good condition. It's got some wear at the bottom, but so we'll see how that goes. It just makes it unique than painting it all one color. It's just kind of fun. I know this is probably a salad bowl, and it's got some wear in the bottom, but the same thing. I had fun sanding that crate and barrel one off and seeing the beauty underneath, that I'm excited to do the same thing for $3.09 with this one. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do with this one also. Sometimes you just test things out, and you know, it's paint. You can always repaint it. This I'm not really sure. Weak moment. This is an IKEA piece. It was $7.09. It is super heavy. You know, we're going to be hopefully coming into spring soon. So I won't paint this. I will clean it up. I will leave it. It's heavy metal that it is. Unless you all tell me I need to paint it. But I don't know if I need to paint this. I don't have to, but if I get more than 50% of the vote on painting it, I might paint it, because really it's an IKEA piece, but it is super heavy. I know that this one's probably a reproduction. I got this for 99 cents at the community thrift. It's maybe Hobby Lobby sold them, where they have the grandma's cookie recipe, made it look like it was her handwriting. Because I'd hate to think, this has to be a reproduction, because who would get rid of something that was like this kind of a personal gift if somebody really made stuff like this? I do believe that I saw reproductions at Hobby Lobby, so the lady at the thrift store said that too. She's like, I hope this is a reproduction. Somebody did not make this for somebody and then donate it, because that would be sad. Sometimes just stuff it in a tote, even if you don't want it out. So I did come across this basket. What was it? Oh, for $5.09. It is there's nothing wrong with this basket. $5.09. I don't know if you all follow Sweet Pickins on Instagram, but I saw this basket in her house, and if you don't follow Sweet Pickins on Instagram, go check her out. She does milk paint. She has started I believe the original milk paint company, maybe one of them. I don't know the history of it, but she has a beautiful house that she shares all the time on Instagram. If I could have that open concept house and build the house of my dreams, I love her house. I love how she decorates it. So she had something similar in her posts. So I was like, oh, you know, I don't know, rusted metal. I don't even know if this is going to show up. It was $2.09. Can you see hanging this on a wall with a wreath, greenery wreath, a lavender wreath, a dried wreath? It doesn't matter. $2.09. I absolutely loved it. I don't know how to show it anymore. Oh my goodness. Because I love rusted metal. Oh my goodness. I could not believe that. $2.09, wonderful price. And my last two things that I'm going to share with you are picnic baskets. So there's a little bit of a funny story. One of the things I get asked a lot is if I've done a video on painting picnic baskets. Now, if you watch my channel often, you know that some of my background is a picnic basket tower. Now, I collect them. I've never really resold a picnic basket. I've cleaned them up. I've only painted one because it was already painted and it didn't match my decor and the paint job wasn't as nice as I would have liked to have it. So I did end up picking up two the other day when I was at Goodwill. One does have a broken handle, but I can't imagine painting them. I will clean them up. I will fix that broken handle, but I don't know. I guess in my all white decor, it's a wood feature to me. To me, it's a wood feature. So I like that. I like that white. I like that dark, but I like that pop of wood. So I'm not sure unless I run across one again, like the one that I did paint. I just did on my own. I didn't do a video on it. So first one, it's nice and wooden. It has that broken handle. They did tape it. I put it inside so we didn't accidentally lose it. When you have a workshop, it could have been swept up and thrown away. So I can re-glue this, see how much it matches. I can always put jute on the handle, 709. But like I said, I clean these up and I like the pop of wood color on them. So I guess I'd have to see what people were looking at, asking for picnic baskets to be painted up. Most of the people I see too on YouTube also collect them and don't paint them up either. So they were both 709. This has a little bit of red color to it. I'll clean it up. It does have a little bit of wear. I will clean that up. And I just think they're nice decor pieces. Everybody's got that corner in your house. What do you put in it? How do you decorate it? I followed somebody on Instagram. I saw their video on Living It Country on Instagram, where she shows house tours. And I was like, oh, I pass up picnic baskets all the time. I have that weird corner. I would love to collect picnic baskets to fill that corner and have that pop of wood tone. So I absolutely loved that. So that was my inspiration. So yeah, all I'll do is clean these up. So I haven't come along one that I felt the need to paint up yet. So that is it for my monthly thrift haul. So stay tuned to the end of the month where I do my thrift haul makeover, where I mass produce a whole bunch of items. We are definitely blessed to be able to need this kind of stock in our booth. You know, you think, okay, well, I just picked up 1 or 2 items a day. It doesn't really add up, but look at how many items it adds up. I may not have a enormous thrift haul with one thrift with me, but throughout the month of going all the time, I pick up pieces and parts here and there and then make them over. And by the end of the month, like I said, we are totally blessed that we need the stock. We need the stock to fill our booth. We are blessed beyond measures that, you know, I am happy when we just sell one thing a day in our booth. I can't tell you that we sell dozens of stuff. I don't want people to be under the impression that, oh my gosh, we sell. You know, that's why I always tell you to go to my Facebook page. Once we restock, this is the stuff that's in my booth. You'll see it from our videos. Some of, you know, and you think, well, why hasn't that sold? It just takes that one person to buy that one piece, that one person looking for that one piece. I am just like you, you know, in the hopes that somebody wants the things that I love, the things that I make over, they want to buy it. So like I always say, I am happy if one person buys one piece of my items over a week's time. That's 7 items. I think that's a great time. And we sell a lot of smalls, and we sell furniture. Doesn't sell, of course, you have to have a place for furniture, you have to have a spot for furniture, you have to be looking for that furniture. So when it comes to a retail booth, you know, we kind of know that the furniture won't sell as fast. So it's nice to have all that smalls to attract people into your booth, to have certain things that, like the white pictures, that people know, hey, that booth, black and white booth, she always has white pictures. Let me go, I think I want a white picture. It's just rolling pins. You know, just if you fill your stuff, you fill your booth with some staples that people are used to. I love that I have repeat buyers. I love that people chat with me on Facebook. So there's a little bit, I know I get a lot of questions on the booth, and I started on Marketplace. So if you are considering a booth and you love to make DIYs, you want to share your craft, try to get a following. See if in your area, if you have enough following. And Marketplace, as some people don't find that but oh my gosh, it was wonderful. It was a great way to start our business. It was a great way, because I did it at first. It wasn't a lot of Chris, it was just all me. I was looking for something to keep myself busy. I started doing the YouTube, and then I was flipping items and I was selling them, and I was blessed. Every weekend I'd have an item done throughout the week. I'd post it on Saturday morning, it was gone by Sunday. Build a following. Get local following. Yes, people from out of town come to your booth, but your local people you want to take care of too. So you want them to follow you. So that is a great suggestion of how to do a booth. You know, get a following through your Marketplace, make it safe. You know, porch non-contact is perfectly fine. People are very willing to do that. I think people are happier to do that. And it works out wonderful. So I do get a lot of those questions. So that was too much. So thank you today for watching my thrift haul. And like I said, stay tuned at the end of the month for my thrift store makeover. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'll get to all of it. We are been very busy this month, but stay tuned to see what I do have time to make over. And if you are part of my YouTube family, thank you so much. I just am amazed with your guys' support, your guys' kind words, your thumbs up. You just, every time I see that I'm on a recommendation list, it is because of you. So, and if you're new to my channel and checking out my thrift hauls for the first time and want to see my DIYs and me and my husband's furniture flips, yep, this is a team effort. I do this along with my husband now. So hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when we have uploaded a new video.